I thought I'd offer another one. I'm on my way out again. I have pants on though, it didn't look like it in that. I do have pants on, they're actually shorts. Okay, so notice what I'm showing you right now. Do you see how this shoulders come down? And it's a little more back, you can't tell that part maybe. And this one's a little higher. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but genuinely I find myself doing this a lot. And I talked about that in our last little mini practice, and I wanted to just offer a practice of self-awareness, of body awareness. And that's one of the things that I think is so important in Yogāsana, yoga asana. There's like a liaison with that. So we say Yogāsana or Yogāsana. And when we're doing this practice, what we're doing is often we're not in a room full of mirrors. Maybe you are, and that's okay. But it's trying to let the body's proprioception guide us so that we can sense when things are feeling right and when they're not. Now, when we're engaged in work on a day-to-day basis, if you're a computer person or if you're driving, you're doing other things, which is why, so the mind is cognitively attached to doing other things. And this is why it's extra hard to train the body. However, like we talked about last time, the body is incredibly smart. So if we start to retrain the body and re-cue the body, which is connected, of course, to neuroplasticity in the brain, right? We are creating a different posture, a different set of motor movements that the body will learn and start to have that as more of that default setting it goes to. Even if you're busy and doing other things, you might get a comment of, oh, wow, you have nice posture, right? Because your body, even without you having to do that actively, will have learned it. And that's one of the most incredible powers, very frankly, of yoga, of Yogāsana, is that self-awareness of the body. And so I was feeling like I just showed you, and I've been feeling it. This left shoulder, it's been climbing up towards the sky, and it hasn't been able to come down, but I keep cueing it, and believe it or not, it's gotten a little bit better. And so it'll take some time. It takes time and patience and just that re-cueing. So this is a practice of just noticing where you are. So I'd like you to pause. I mean, obviously, if you're doing something important like driving or holding a child or something, use discretion. But just pause and just notice. Try not to change what you're doing. Notice your posture. And I can feel these little places in my neck to my shoulders that are tight. I can just feel this. And as you start to feel it, it's organically, don't worry if it starts to relax, but you're probably gonna organically cue yourself. And then the same thing with thinking about your base. Are you rounded forward? And that's very important to keep track of on a day-to-day. See how my shoulders are rounded forward. This is what I look like. So in that way, I'd like you to now take a deep breath. Let it out. Doesn't have to be pretty. Take a deep breath. Let it out. And one more. Take a deep breath. And let it out. Shake out your hands. And that cue, especially of hands, there's the sensory motor homunculus that shows like how much their fine motor movements and even sensory perception in the hands, which, I mean, this is one of the places that we're interacting most with the world, right? And so there's a lot of information coming in here. If you start to cue the hands to relax, it may support the relaxing of other parts of your body. So now relax the shoulders. So, well, actually, let's start with this. Sitting up tall. See if you can grow your spine up toward the ceiling and pull the flesh out from under your butt. It's very classy. And then you might want to sit up taller. It might allow your spine to grow long. But notice what happens a lot of times is we pull up the shoulders. So see if you can cue one shoulder at a time. Just drop. Do you see that? While I'm remaining upright. So that is just a simple practice. And you can also do this little butterfly kind of gentle flap. And notice where you find a neutral position with your shoulders. Now this isn't meant to hurt. So if you feel pain and you're sitting up super tall and you're gritting your teeth to do this, that's not the intention. It's to find a posture that you can maintain that allows spaciousness in those discs in your spine, that allows them to breathe and be spongy and not squished. And the same thing with the shoulders. So you might want to try it again. So pull out the flesh from your buttocks, sit up tall. You could even do those kind of uncouth deep breaths in and out. Yeah. And then feel from the inside what it feels like to sit up tall. If those shoulders go with the spine, do that thing again where you, one at a time, just drop shoulders gently. And so I gave a huge lead time, but truly the amount of time we spend with this could be about a minute if you decide you want to do this. When you sit down at your computer, when you sit down to drive, when you're doing anything that's seated, right? Even at the dinner table. Make your family think you're weirder than you are, but believe me, it will be these simple things that support your body over time. And my wish is that we all just can feel as well as possible in this rapidly changing world, with the actual weight that we're trying to carry and lift up on our shoulders. Can we just relax? So I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you for practicing with me, and maybe I'll continue to come up with a few more off the cuff, or maybe planned, who knows. So have a nice day. Bye.